Dass die Tische nicht so laut sind, das versuche ich jetzt auch.
Das entscheidet im Moment noch irgendwas, was ich... Ihr könnt einen Pakt mit dem Government machen, los, das ist eure Power.
Wir haben das schon vor den Pakt mit
Mir ist das Beste. So wie vorhin.
What do you expect from the upcoming sessions?
Well, I guess because it's our main field, we can learn a lot about negotiating and how to get different groups onto one table and get the best solution for all.
Political situation in the region that knows how to talk to local people who are extremely unhappy with the project. Yeah? So this is the situation. So but there will be no representatives of the government.
So you say that
there's enough. No, we're not concerned.
Just a second.
Okay.
There's enough. Yeah. So
what financial background you have on that? Who is financing that? Where is the fund for all the things you're probably going to destroy? And how big is that fund going to be?
First, we're providing a solution for the problems of the rising sea level. You have to keep that in mind.
And of course we need fair contracts, fair salaries for the workers and fair conditions.
And what do you want from the government in this?
The government, we expect of course to support our interest in that because we are, like you represent the local population here and you should be also in this interest and should support this.
Because we're sinking, we're disappearing, and we have to think about the future and about we have to include all possible opportunities that they are. What is your solution to the problem? You can just cry about it, but you didn't propose anything to solve the problem.
and how exactly is it going to save your islands just to build new ones?
Well, I didn't say it's the ideal.
It's not about saving islands, it's about saving people, which are you.
We have a point that both teams are okay, and they're okay with our project. And
under some conditions.
Under some conditions, and Greenpeace not. So normally for us it would be go that we just start to negotiate without Greenpeace.
We're not vanished, we're still there. But we can't agree because Greenpeace is responsible. And we can't agree on what we stand for doesn't agree with the plan. We're still sort of against it, but we're willing to compromise in a certain way. And what we want to do is we're going to be consulting to the local NGO to make sure that all the environmental needs are met.
In the last few rounds, we got to know all the opinions of the different parties, and we managed a way to kind of cooperate, and we really want to focus on that now. So we have to assess what each party really wants and how we get there. And we already agreed on some points, especially on that we need transparency and that we want to conduct studies to really make sure that the project is sustainable.
Yeah, all the things we discussed today in a short report from us, and also the invitation and all the questions for the studies in the next steps.
It was kind of a strange feeling because we didn't have a strong own position or something like it, because we more or less something like a moderator. So we had to think about what is the goal we want to achieve and how we can get the parties to find a solution which is satisfying us and everyone else. So it was not like more pushing our own agenda, it was more like try to find a basic or something like a point of where we can work on, so that the negotiation won't stop, it just go on.
Well, it was a lot of fun because you could
play a role and like really get political and engage in it. But at times I also felt really helpless because I really wanted to solve the situation and like get to an agreement, and I think everyone wanted to, and everyone wanted to do it really hard, and that's why we kind of got stuck because we couldn't move away and compromise. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience.
Okay, and were there challenges you had to face?
Oh yes.
Could you mention some of them?
Well, one challenge was, I think, the communication, because not talking in your mother tongue is like difficult, and then being, you know, like presenting your arguments in a way that satisfies everyone, and being diplomatic language, and also speaking in UN language or like official, not like with your friends in a colloquial way. And then I think really listening, active listening was a challenge, to really listen to the people, what they have to say, and maybe how you can like move, like how you can kind of like find a compromise between what you want and what they want, and how you can come together and how you can communicate that in English. Yeah, that was a challenge.
Yeah, it was good for me to learn that it's good to be quiet as well. So you don't have to be very loud all the time. You can communicate without saying anything, and you could also be present while just listening.
Active listening and non-verbal communication.
That was a good point for me, and I think it was a good exercise for me to improve this.
It was a bit difficult because we were the weakest part of the negotiation, and for me it was a little bit challenging. Yeah, because also on the other in the other teams there were very strong persons, and that's why it was difficult to have the chance to say something and to be more self-confident. That's what I learned.
I think for me it was another exercise to actually like play with roles. So this time, because I have more like a business background, this time I'm representing an NGO, so it was more idealistic and more emotional arguments, and I haven't really used that before, so that's like a new approach to a negotiation.
So there's a different level here.
Weiß eigentlich jemand, wo Möglichkeiten geben für einen Automaten?
Sind auch nicht ab. Da muss man jemand so viel auffällt. Also so
Ja gut, diese Sachen halten natürlich relativ lange, aber es ist natürlich nicht unbedingt nachhaltig produziert. Also größtenteils
In a university context, what does freedom mean for you?
Well, I guess in that context, freedom for me means that all the tests at the end are not as strict as they are at the moment. So maybe that you can have a topic and then just do what you want with it, and not like be structured on how many pages, how many letters you have to write.
It was in my company when I have to face boundaries, and the thing with dealing and helping other girls in my company to not do the same mistakes and to share my experiences with them and to see them going further, that was a little moment of freedom for me, that that things I do and that the decisions I make also could count a little bit.
I was thinking about my family, because my grandma grew up in the Second World War. She had to flee from her home village and had to go to another place, and was totally not free in this time. And then also my mom and my dad grew up in the GDR, and they couldn't travel where they wanted to go. They couldn't really decide what to study or what to do with their life. And so I realized that I am more or less the first
first generation which is free to travel everywhere I want to go, more or less, and to study what I want to do, and to live where I want to live. And this, I think, is the biggest freedom for me.
Thank you.